So Billy, extremely disappointing night, a 4-0 loss here at Sunderland RCA in the FA Vase. How do you assess tonight's performance?
I think first and foremost we've got to give credit to Sunderland. I thought they came with a game plan. They rattled us from probably the first, second minute, and from there they never ever looked back, and we never found any momentum, we never found any form. We struggled a little bit with the conditions, we struggled to adapt, and I've got a changing room full of gutted players in there because I think we know that we're a good team, but we have to give credit to Sunderland tonight. We have to wish them all the very best in the next round of the cup.
It's certainly fair to say that Sunderland were clearly the better team throughout tonight. What do you put tonight's performance down to?
To be honest, I think sometimes when you're going through your season, these things happen. I think what the big test for us now is the test of character comes beyond this game now. There's nothing we can do about the game now. It's happened, it's gone. We've got to put that to bed. And what we've got to do now is pick ourselves up, and we're not going to make any excuses. We just weren't good enough on the night, and they were more clinical than us in front of goal. And to be fair, if Gary Stevens hadn't pulled off 2 or 3 really good saves, it probably could have been a lot more.
One of the biggest talking points was the penalty decision in the second half. I got it on video. It looked extremely harsh. What did you make of it if you saw it?
Well, I think by then, I mean the third goal for them certainly kills it as a football tie. That's for definite. We've been on the back end of we've had a lot of penalties go our way this year, so at the end of the day, let's take nothing away from Sunderland. That it wasn't that one incident that changed the game. It killed momentum, to be fair, but it didn't change the game. They were on top before the penalty, and they were on top after the penalty.
Just how disappointed are you to be going out of the FA Vase with the trip to Wembley, a realistic ambition?
No, without a doubt, because I think we've got a group of players good enough to sort of certainly compete at that sort of level of football. I still, I believe in them players. We've brought a lot of players into the football club, and we've added them to some very good players that were already at the football club. So I think the next stage for us now is to pick ourselves up and move on from here and put it to bed as quick as we possibly can. And football's great at doing that for you because we go again on Saturday.
What did you say to the lads at full time? Obviously they were down and...
Yeah, I think we one or two of the more senior players spoke about some of the results that they've been on the back end of, and we talked about that and said that that it's one game in a full season. Unfortunately, with cup football, if you don't get it right, there's no second chances. And we didn't do that tonight. But as I say, this is a good group of players. Let's not make no bones about that. They're a good set of lads. They're honest. They're hard working, and they're really, really disappointed. But we have to give credit to the opposition tonight.
So now it's time to fully focus on the league and promotion. On Saturday we travel to Parkgate. Just how important is it for the squad morale to bounce back with a win?
Yeah, no, I think so, without a doubt. I think I think they're fully aware of that. We've 1 or 2 different options now as well available. So these lads I keep saying they've played a lot of football. We've got a relatively small squad, so I think now what we've got to do is have a look at it. We won't do anything. There's no need to make any daft decisions tonight. What we'll do is we'll reflect back on it tomorrow, have a look at where we are, make sure everything's okay. A little bit of a scare with Greg in terms of
Did he pop his shoulder out?
It popped a little bit, but it's gone straight back in, so he's okay. We've got the strapping off. He does get quite heavily strapped on his shoulder, so we're aware of that. He's aware of that. But it seems that it was okay. Jace Mysko had a little bit of a niggle. That was the reason for him coming off. So we just need to make sure he's okay before we start making any sort of rash decisions tonight, and then we'll look back on it tomorrow. We'll reflect back on it, and we'll make the decisions in preparation for Saturday.
Moving away from the game slightly, obviously we signed Connor Sellers last week. How big is that for the club?
Connor's I had Connor at Harrogate Railway when he first come back from playing abroad. He went back to Harrogate Town and then came on loan to me at Harrogate Railway, and Connor's an exceptional player. He'll certainly fit into the way we play our football. What we've got to make sure is we utilise him well and we get the best out of him. I'm sure we'll be able to do that.
And obviously Andy Milner's back from work commitments now. How happy are you that he signed till the end of the season? Yeah,
no, brilliant. Milner was stood next to the dugout with us, we were chatting away to him over there, and I think it's brilliant to have him back again. It gives us another option now. It means that the squad is really, really strong, without a doubt. We're aware of that. What we've got to do now is make sure that we fulfil our potential.
I think finally we should give a shout out to the fans tonight. They were magnificent again, weren't they, to be fair?
We've got a phenomenal support, we've got a phenomenal fan base, and even at 3 and 4-0 down, they were still singing. At the end of the game, there's still, there's a token of appreciation there, and I think it's really important that the lads, you know, they appreciate that, and they know. And you know, when people have spent hard-earned money to come and they've travelled up here, and it's not an easy place to get up to, and they've paid the money to come through the turnstile, I think it's really, really important that, you know, they'll have their day. Their day will come.
Hard luck tonight, Billy. We'll go again Saturday.